Hello everyone. Can you guys hear me? Wow, it's my first time to host Farcaster Space. Great. This is called Brickside Chat. It's a bi-weekly online meetup hosted by Hunttown. It's like we have actually Discord server, and we've been running this online meetup on our Discord space over 2.5 years so far. Actually, this meetup, the current session, the Brickside Chat, would be the one of the oldest online spaces on base chain, I guess, because we really started right beginning of the base chain. So yeah, this is Brickside Chat, but today we decided to host Brickside Chat on Farcaster Space because first of all, space is cool. I think it's really cool, really cool feature. Thanks, Rich. This is really great addition to Farcaster. So we wanted to utilize this infra for doing such a cool thing, right? So yeah, that's the thing. And also we really wanted to talk about Farcaster. We do it actually quite often in our Discord server because many of our members also are Farcasters. So yeah, we really talk a lot about Farcaster. But yeah, we want to talk about something about like how we can make Farcaster great again. So that's why this is really perfect chance for us to host Brickside Chat on the Farcaster space and then talk about this topic. Yeah, so this is it. This is it. All right. I guess today I can see some new people. Also, the people that I know. So I can briefly introduce a little bit about Hunttown. So Hunttown is kind of like a builder economy layer. Like we are providing kind of like co-op space where lots of builders can launch their token project by backed same token, which is Hunt token. So we kind of like a co-op system, like cooperative system together, backed by one single token. So which is a really cool scheme. And also we run Brickside Chat, which is bi-weekly. Every second week we run Brickside Chat, which is kind of casual place where everyone can connect, learn something, some market trend, builder trend, also project showcase. There are so many things happening on Brickside Chat. You can see the recorded video on our Hunttown YouTube channel. So yeah, that's it. And also we are cooking kind of cool project. It's gonna launch very soon. So please stay tuned. So yeah, Hunttown is kind of like a builder. uh, we provide tools, we provide solution platforms, and also a lot of builders on this Hunttown memberships provide a lot of cool products. So it's kind of like a builder economy layer on top of this on-chain system. So which is really cool place, right? All right, so let's dip into the today's topic. What is today's topic? Yeah, make Farcaster great again, right? So we're gonna talk about Farcaster. So if you want to share your opinion, please do not hesitate to be on the speaker. We wanna listen together. We wanna actually discuss. I don't want to run kind of radio space. Like I don't wanna just talk about myself all this 1 hour time, right? I wanna talk. So yeah, please request speakers freely. We will put you on, and then maybe talk together about how we can make Farcaster great again, right? To do that, I'll give you a brief update about Farcaster. So let's talk about this. When you go this Dune Analytics dashboard, you can actually see very sad graph. It's quite sad because the graph is all declining. It's like a kind of skiing. I feel like I'm skiing, down to the slope. So it's not good looking. But yeah, definitely it's good to know about the current our status. So when you see this dashboard, you can see actually daily active users right now is just 3,000 level daily active users. When we talk about daily active casters, it's slightly going up a little bit, like which is like 5,000, sometimes 7,000 level ish. Still, it's not a good number to look, you know. New users is worse. New user is like 100 or like from 100 to 200 level per day. I don't know. So some people may think that, oh, the number is not bad than I thought. But the people like me who's been in Farcaster over 2 years, actually my first time to join Farcaster was like actually 2023, I think, like November, December, November-ish, I think at the time, 2023 is a really long time ago. My FID is 8,001. What is my FID? 8106, I guess. Yeah, it's 8,000 range. This is a really long time ago. Yeah, so for me who experienced the great Farcaster eras, current number is not good, right? Let's talk about the glory period of Farcasters. Like, do you guys all remember Base App? Do you guys even remember Base App? Yeah. I don't know. I feel that Base App actually kicked out of us, right? We loved Base App, but at a certain point they pivoted again, and then they literally get rid of all the builders kind of community layer. They trying to be more like a financial app, right? I mean, I get it. I get their objections. So I'm not attacking about that objections. I'm just like, when Base App launched as a social app, they used Farcaster layer, right? So when you have Farcaster account, you literally had the two clients to use. And from the Base App side, there are a lot of new users came into Farcaster. So at the time, the DAU was about like 40,000 to 50,000 level. It was quite high. New users per day was also very high number, like 10K, I think, 10K to 20K level. Yeah. So it was, I still feel that it was one of the glory periods for Farcaster when there was a Base App. And then, yeah, it's gone, right? There's another glory period. Probably many of them also remember Dzen era. Like, I think that was like started from first quarter of 2024, I remember, right? Suddenly Dzen became huge viral, especially in Asian countries, so-called Korea. A lot of Korean users joined Farcaster because of Dzen. At the time, the DAU was like over 70,000 level, sometimes 100,000. It was really make Farcaster popular. A lot of new users. I think that was the kind of best period of Farcaster I can remember, right? So yeah, I remember these two glory periods, and then yeah, the number now is quite sad. So that's why we need to talk about how we can make Farcaster great again, so that DAU, the daily active user being backed, can be back like like at least 10K level, and hope that the daily new users also get back to at least 2,000, 3,000 level. That would be great, right? So anyone want to be on a speaker, like to talk together? Like, how come nobody nobody request? It's quite easy to do. On your I think on your screen there's a hand icon, I guess. If you press the hand icon, then we can see you are requesting to be a speaker. Then we can put you on the speaker. So yeah, please do not hesitate to do that. To talk about it, I actually invited Cassie and also Rish, but seems like they're quite busy to drop by. So I don't know, maybe next time if they can visit, maybe you can hear their opinion too. How to get more DAU? Need more mini apps that give people a reason to use it. Channels need to actually get used. That's great point, right? Yeah, mini apps. I was about to talk about mini app on the third topic, but yeah, let's put them into the first topic because Crazy Eight mentioned about it. You're not speak about it, Crazy Eight. Please be on speaker then. Yeah. So yeah, mini app. Let's talk about mini app as Crazy Eight suggested. Um, when there is a base app era, so probably November from last year to March of this year, I guess. There are loads of mini app. I remember, and to be on the top chart was quite difficult at the time. So yeah, I guess mini app was great layer to make Farcaster really fun because like Farcaster was not just a simple social app. Like you can socialize with other people, but also you can use lots of great apps. So yeah, it was really unique, right? But there's a critical problem about the Mini app stack. First of all, Mini app is too unique stack. Like to provide Farcaster Mini app, you gotta do something like at least add Farcaster SDK or something like that, and also like when you start to provide Mini app, your user level is kind of be inside of the Farcaster bowl, you know. So when Farcaster becomes very active, then yeah, you will have a lot of chance to get new users for your mini app, right? But if not, then I don't know, it's quite limited for you to keep run your mini app. So the wiser strategy for application is actually just mini app is just like very light stack, like just providing mini app as kind of your main app is on the website or other places, but you can also add Farcaster mini app stack on your app. So that would be the probably wiser strategies rather than sole Farcaster mini app, right? So that's the one thing. Yeah. Um, how come people are just listening, no one trying to speak? I feel like I just keep talking to myself. When I do Brickside Chat in this Discord server, this is not like this. There's always people to talk together. Oh yeah, Crazy asking Hunt 16 Jet. You have a lot, but they're pretty simple. Think Bracky, Dzen, where they gave people a reason to come back. Oh, so you're talking about like, yeah, like you want to have some kind of big apps on the Farcaster, right? Rather than just like a simple like easy app. I don't know. Maybe I misunderstood you're saying. Um, so yeah, that's one thing. I think Farcaster to make mini app like for Farcaster to make mini app great again. I feel that they should make some kind of light stack. Current as a developer, as an app developer, current mini app stack is quite heavy. To be honest, it works kind of additional work for supporting both like just normal application and also Farcaster mini app. And at the time, a long time ago, there was also different front ends like base apps, so we had to think about both sides together. So I guess we may need to redesign about mini app stacks to I don't know. Yeah, that's just my opinion. Oh, there's a speaker request. Let's put him on. Civil Monkey, bring it up. Bring up. All right. Hello. Can you turn on your mic, Civil? How can I call you? Just Civil or Civil Monkey?
So much. Is my mic working? Is it okay?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Amazing. Thank you for hosting this. This is great and at a great time as well. Thank you. So you said lighter mini app stack. What would you like? What would that be useful for that snaps couldn't be used for? I'm wondering.
So what I mean like a light stack is that Mini app, I don't know, all of my mini apps so far, I'm running kind of four mini apps on Farcaster at the moment. I have to add Farcaster SDK. But if there was something just like a kind of putting a meta tag and then it automatically read my web app and then just people can use mini app like a kind of in-app browser way of mini apps. That would be that is what I'm talking about as a light stack, then as a web app you can simply add the meta tag to be recognized as a Farcaster mini app rather than just like putting the very heavy Farcaster SDK and support the full stack of the notifications. Those kind of things kind of another level the app developer can just choose. But right now I feel like to provide mini app on Farcaster I have to just follow the full stack for that. I'm sure probably there's a way to do anyway, lightweight for that, but that's what I meant about the light stack.
Yeah, thank you. That makes a lot of sense. So basically, what you want is that you can add only a small piece of code to your existing website, and then whenever that website is posted on Farcaster, it automatically shows up as a mini app, and you don't need to add the whole SDK.
Yes, and then as a
Yeah.
developer, I can just choose bit by bit the features. If I want to access Farcaster wallet, then I can just simply add that part, or kind of FID related features or cast related features. So bit by bit, I can just add by myself. Then that would be great. But in a default, if there's some kind of a little code bit like in the meta tag, and then people can just add mini app like a bookmarking system, which is kind of simple. Then they can still use my web app like a mini app, but it's literally like a kind of bookmarked website on an in-app browser probably in a technical term. But I can still make it kind of better way for UX in the Farcaster app still. I believe that's what I meant.
Yeah. No, that makes total sense. And it sounds like something that should exist. And as you said, maybe there's another way to do it, but let's find out. This.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Can you introduce a little bit about you to the 18 listeners now?
Yeah, sure. I'm Cyril. I'm a big fan of Spaces. I finally tried and was using Juke. And actually, because the interface worked and actually was pretty smooth. And at Farcon this year, I walked around with Juke live, just with my walking around at Farcon and kind of bringing offline voices from the Farcaster community to the online Farcaster community. And I think the recording should still be accessible in Juke, and the video is also posted. I can put the recording in the comments, but yeah. I think it's cool.
So you're saying Juke, right?
Now natively on network level. But yeah,
what is Juke?
I do a lot of different.
Yeah, what is Juke?
Juke Audio was the latest third-party live audio Spaces-like thing built on top of Farcaster. So there was before there was Fireside, of course, as a mini app, and then Farhouse was one of the first ones. But basically the thing is that you can open the mini app, right, and start a space or listen to a space or whatever it's called. But in order to see that, what other people are hosting on what site, you need to open the mini app first. So the network effects were kind of limited, and
I see. Yeah.
So that's one of the main advantages now that audio is native to here. But yeah, yeah, I do a bunch of different things. I care about how this tech can actually be used in a way that makes sense in the real world with intentional communities and environmental activities. I always think that resilient decentralized community building can really, I mean, has at least the hope to be helpful against like centralized dysfunctional organizations, also for public resources or for respecting nature and yeah, so those are some of the directions I'm interested in, and I have a newsletter that's currently mainly a Telegram channel where I curate online events and links around that, and weekly space that's currently on X and has been for the last 4 years. And it started as talking about NFTs being used for social good and humanitarian and environmental things, but it's just in general how Web3 is being used doesn't mean.
And I feel like you're in a great nature now. Like I can hear some bird sound.
I am, yeah.
Where are you? Yeah, your profile looks amazing too. Like very great nature, scenic photo, is it?
Thank you. Yeah. Finally taking a walk again here and just saw you hosting the space. I think I saw the announcement of the space, but then I just saw it live now. So yeah, thank you for hosting.
All right. Cool. Thank you so much.
So you're speaking from Project 7. Is that?
Yeah.
Is that the name that you personally go by, or what's Project 7 though?
It's just like my nickname. Actually, I have my real name, of course. This is my nickname, but I just chose random name. Like when I really started my first project, there was a Steam blockchain. Probably you've never heard about it. It's a really long time ago. And then I had to decide my username at the time. And then, what should I decide? And then I just say project, because I'm running a project. And then my birthday is, I'm born in July, so 7. So that's why Project 7. A pretty boring background story of my nickname. All right.
No, that works. That works.
Yeah. Okay. And also, I feel like I want to talk another topic too. The most important topic. Why do we use Farcaster compared to other options like X? Also we're using X too. Yeah. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. TikTok is kind of different. Yeah. Let's just say Thread, X, Facebook, Instagram, Thread, Reddit. There are kind of the applications that we're also using together with Farcaster, right? But why Farcaster? I think that's supposed to be the most important question to ask. Why are you using your time in Farcaster? Can I call you Civil? What was your name again? Sorry. Civil Monkey?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, Civil is my
my
nickname.
Yeah.
Great question.
Yeah.
Why do you guys basically because it's I've heard about Farcaster for a while from friends who are saying it's interesting. It's like embodying a lot of the values about user-owned sovereign accounts and data, and it's actually functional and it's actually usable, and it's cool to use something that's embodying some of those values. Even if it's not like fully on chain, that's totally fine. But basically, specifically, what that means is, for me, what's cool is that the account is not connected to a platform and cannot be suspended like entirely. I mean, of course, any client can choose to not display any account, but then that's an opportunity to use another client where a given account is so accessible. And like I also did have my first X account also did get suspended, so I did have that experience, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
But that wasn't directly what the reason was for me to create my Farcaster account. End of 2023 is when I created my Farcaster account. It was basically because of two friends who really were emphasizing and were adamant about that Farcaster is a cool place and it's a cool thing. And that was Cyrus and Trish. They both are pretty directly the reason why I finally ended up creating a Farcaster account. And then, kept checking in. And it's just like the reason why I now spend time on Farcaster is there's not that much noise. And it's just a bit better, I feel like, in terms of atmosphere and for the nervous system compared to, overall. And also, there's no ads. Like I do think that matters quite a bit. Compared to X. Blue Sky also is pretty nice in terms of signal. I think like the feeds on Blue Sky are pretty underrated. Like you can create your own algorithmic feed and people can follow it, or you can follow like any topic that you're interested in. You can create or find a feed on that topic and without and so, for example, there's a feed that only shows like photos of like this or that. So an AI, like for example, of moss or of trees or whatever, like whatever you want, you can create a feed that only shows photos of that were posted on Blue Sky. That an AI is analyzing or however you want to create the algorithm. But that's cool and that makes sense. And even outside of lists of accounts, that makes sense. I think and that you can also do that in Recaster for Farcaster, which kind of works, but there's a limit in Recaster. So I was slightly annoyed by that. But I think I don't know, maybe you need to pay to have more options or something. But I think you could just so there definitely exist feeds on like manually created feeds on Recaster where you add accounts and then you just see stuff from those accounts. But I think on the regular free version of Recaster has a Farcaster client that actually works on mobile as well. It's a mobile app as a Farcaster client. And so anyhow, Hi, Trisha. Thanks for coming.
Wow, you already touched a lot of different spheres of why we're using Farcaster. Let me pick one of that among you mentioned. So you say it's less noisy, right? Because of like literally smaller number of users than X or other platforms. Or do you think there's even like a more special kind of competitive edge? So small number of people, but it's more quality of people is gathered here. Is that your point? What do you think? So I guess it's like 2,000, 3,000 daily active users, quite small numbers, to be honest.
That's part of it. Sorry, I was typing in the comments window and then I couldn't unmute. So that's also a good feedback. Okay. Oh, okay. Now, okay. I see. I can just pull it down. Okay, works. No, I don't think that's the only reason. I don't think size is the only reason. I do think that Farcaster attracts people who come, for the most part, with a constructive building energy, whether that's building something technical or non-technical. But I do think that contributes to the culture and not as much noise. What also helps is so.
Hello. Yeah.
Hello. Yeah. Now my screen dimmed, and that's when the mic turns off automatically. Which also Farcaster has already said that's intentional, which is fine because they don't want mics going when people don't know. So yeah. And maybe there's an option that will be added, which is good. The mic still stays on. But so I think so. What do we have? If people have like so many people, especially in like Web3 or Ethereum, have Farcaster accounts but don't really use it, right?
Yeah.
And have like 2 or 3 posts on Farcaster that they made like months or years ago and something. And on the one side, you can say, oh, why don't they post anymore, blah, blah. But on the other side, it also means that all the posts that they have made oftentimes are high signal and are things that they really care about and that are somewhat important. So if people post less, it means that there's less noise. But so it's not just about the number of people; it's also about
kind of builders.
like
you mentioned builders. Like this is more like people who are gathered here is more like something making or helping together, kind of with more narrower goals of how can I say, like areas of focus, I guess. Small number, but still we have more connections, like common approaches or common goals or something, right? Is that what you meant? Because whenever people post something, many of them actually were aware of issues, right? And then when we use X and then we see the random post, many of them actually were not aware of, like, that's not my area. Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, perhaps that's a good angle as well. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way.
And what I
yeah. Sorry. Oh, I was going to say anyone can actually speak. So I put one more speaker here too. Tusher, you feel free to just turn on your mic and then just hop on the discussion. And if you want to hop on discussion, just raise your hand. We literally bring up the speakers, everyone who raise your hand. So yeah, hop on the discussion anytime you want.
Hello, I'm from Bangladesh. So my English not be so well.
No problem at all. My English is not good too.
Sorry for that.
Yeah.
I was here like a few months ago on Farcast, not so long. Like you guys been here for like 2022 or 21, like I don't know. In these few months, I have experienced most of the things like with base app, like similar project. I think they have some integration with where I can import or connect my Farcast on base app. Concept are same, like posting, interacting, mainly on on-chain stuff and those. And with that, we see the hype of AI and slopes and those things. Now, I'm not fully sure where this is going. Is it base is struggling, base app? I have 2 theories. One, I think this app will be abandoned, but I don't believe that. And 2, there will be some people. The amount will be low or little, but there will be some people on base app, Farcast app. They will be like DJ.
Hello, are you still there? Okay, feels disconnected.
maybe his screen also went off. Tusha, if your screen of your phone goes off, then the mic mutes automatically.
Crazy, you wanna say something? Okay, I put you on speaker because you raised your hand. If you cannot speak, that's fine. All right. Okay. Yeah. Let's move on to different topic. What about clients? Let's say Farcaster is supposed to be actually blockchain layer. I mean, it's not really blockchain, to be honest. But let's say open network. let's say open network. So snap chain, do we still call snap chain by the way? But yeah, let's say snap chain. Oh, crazy. Yeah, can you speak? Hello?
There we go. I think it's working now.
Yeah, 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 yeah. All right. Yeah, you can hop on the discussion too.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I guess just on the, make Farcaster great again.
Uh-huh.
I suppose, as I was saying, more, the base app, just touching on what Tusha was saying before, I think the base app really killed any motivation that Farcaster had.
Yeah.
Creator coins and things like that kind of sent everything back, especially once, Jesse stopped using it and sort of took everyone away. But also, as we were saying, I think, as Civil was saying, the people that are left here, it's sort of quality over quantity. I think, you've got a much smaller base at the moment, as well as, I suppose, the market not being crypto friendly at the moment.
Right. Probably that's
I
the
think,
most important reason, I guess. Right? The crypto is a bear market, and then our number following those market situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, as, crypto comes back up, the guys that are here now building the, 3, 4, 5,000 people building,
Yeah.
are going to be the ones that benefit, and someone here is going to build the next
But could
something
you
within 5,000 that takes
you,
off.
yeah, could you share your opinion about the structures? Like, so Farcaster is supposed to be open network, and on top of that, supposed to have a lot of clients. Farcaster app is one of the clients. We now have a Quorum. Also, we used to have a base app, Design app. Design app is also another client. So what do you think about that, like that structure? So Farcaster is an open network, and then on top of it, we have to proliferate a bunch of clients, or we have to be just focused on the one super app. What's your opinion about it?
No, I think having multiple different avenues and different clients that focus on different things is definitely the way to go.
Right.
Obviously, Quorum focuses on something completely different to the main app, and then Degen was obviously focused on tipping. That sort of expands the potential audience that, we can have using the protocol of Farcaster.
Mm-hmm. Did you onboard on Quorum? Did you make an account?
Just recently, I haven't used it too much. I had a few issues getting it all going on my phone. And yeah, I struggle using mini apps on it a little bit. And that's kind of the biggest issue I see with it at the moment, is just getting the mini apps going. But if you're using it for messaging and things like that, it's far superior to the Farcaster main app.
Right. Also,
can you say a bit more about superior in what way with messaging? I'd love to learn more.
So I think it's, again, I haven't used it too much, but just listening to the guys in the chat, it lets you do a lot more. It lets you use imaging. It lets you, it's just a lot more, I don't know what the word is for it, but it's just a lot more free, if that makes sense, to a degree. I need to get in there and actually use it a little bit and actually chat with people in there. But it's more based, I think Quorum's more based around the social side of Farcaster more so than the building side.
that's actually interesting, because that's what I felt similar way when I first installed Quorum. The first screen is actually messaging in Quorum. It's different to Farcaster. Farcaster focused on a lot of the posting side, which is cast, and also mini app side, right? Quorum does not have mini app, I think. And the first screen is messaging. And then, first one is Spaces actually. I can add Spaces with a bunch of people. And then the second tab is messaging. So yeah, as Crazy said, I think Quorum is very much focusing on those kind of social interactions, I guess, among the people in my social ring, I guess, while Farcaster more focus on social builder discovery. Uh, yeah, as Crazy Ape mentioned, I think it's really good. And also, who was that? Who was it like talking about? Like, many. That was you, right? Like, each client's supposed to have their own competitive edge, right? Like they're focusing different area, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you also run your own mini app, or are you building something?
I haven't. I have plenty of ideas on things to build and things that I want to build. But just working out the best way to actually build it and actually get the skills to build things myself is the next thing.
I see. What do you think about the mini apps and Farcaster? Like, uh, how can we make these mini apps great again?
So I don't know. I guess from my point of view, we need that one big apple. You need apps that bring people back and want people using the app. So like Bracky is a good example. With people are coming back to see how many percent their shares of different teams have gone up and down.
Yeah.
You've got QR where people come back and use that daily, not just for the claim, but to see what the QR code is, what the new app of the day is. We need more of those sort of bigger apps that give people a reason to use it multiple times a day and to come back.
That's a good point actually. Great point. Like you mentioned QR and Bracky. So people when people turn on the Farcaster, it's because they want to check the QR, or like or Bracky or even other apps that they love. So when there are more apps that they can bring people to turn on the Farcaster app, that's actually a great strategy, I guess. Do you think we're lack of those kind of great apps, or it's just like we need to have more kind of discovery of the great apps that already existed here? What's your opinion about it? Do we have enough great apps, or we need more? I mean, it's kind of lack of them.
So I think that we have a lack of them at the moment. I think at the moment, and please anyone else feel free to cut me off at any time.
Yeah.
But it feels kind of like the internet felt back in the early 2000s with like flash games, cool math games, things like that being the big thing.
Right.
Where many apps are being developed and you jump in for 5 minutes, have a go, yeah, that's cool, and then you move on.
Yeah.
Whereas there's nothing there's no RuneScape of Farcaster at the moment that keeps people coming back and going over and over again.
I feel like we really lack of great games, because this is supposed to be social. Then social game can actually bring a lot of people to play by using those Farcaster social graph and on top of game app. But we don't have much games now. Like most of the top charts, the apps are mostly targeting marketing, right? Like test market or QR is kind of marketing too, in my opinion. Yeah, I guess having more great games could be one of the solutions. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think there are developers and builders at the moment that are trying to do that and building things.
Yeah.
And trying to build those games that bring people in. The one that I use personally a lot myself is the Farverse. And there are some out there, but there's none that are really taking off and keeping people coming back for more than a couple of days very often.
By the way, for the new people joined this space, we're talking about how to make Farcaster great again. And if you want to hop on this, the discussions, just feel free to raise your hand. We're literally putting you up speakers right away. Although you should have certain social graph to be on a speaker, to be honest, like to avoid any I don't know. Yeah, so if you are real Farcaster people, just raise your hand. We're gonna put you on the speaker, and then feel free to hop on the this discussion. All right. Okay. Maybe let's move on to the next topic. I also want to talk about the chain dominations. Like, you know, we started, all Farcaster started on top of base chain, mostly. Ethereum mainnet and base chain background. So mostly we're kind of EVM people, right? And then at some point, Farcaster really tried to bring Solana people, right? By adding Solana stack on the Farcaster wallet. Uh, but still, over 80% of the chain activities still dominate, uh, uh, yeah, just on the base chain. So what do you think? Is this good thing or bad thing? First of all, what's your opinions? Anyone can hop on to talk about it. The fact is that over 80% still, the chain activities on Farcaster are on the base chain. Is it good thing or bad thing?
I mean, it's a natural thing because Farcaster was kind of communicated as being on base chain, even though like technically it's not directly on base. I'm surprised it's only 80%.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's not more. Yeah, of course it would be. Of course, it would be nice if more on-chain activity coming from Farcaster is not connected to base, connected to other chains. Yes, that would be awesome. Yeah, I think that's my opinion. And there have been like some. I mean, at the end of the day, it comes. I mean, at this stage, it also does come down to DevRel people, right, of other chains or on-chain infrastructure. So, for example, Celo Celo used to be its own EVM layer 1, and now a year ago they transitioned to being a layer 2. And there was some time when Celo really like also encouraged people to build Farcaster mini apps and all that. And that was, I think, also in large part because the lead of developer relations at the time, Sophia, was she was quite a fan of Farcaster, and so yeah, that meant that in hackathons and stuff, it was also more encouraged to build mini apps on Farcaster that are connected to Celo. And so yeah, if you go to the Celo account, you can find more just CELO like examples of mini apps that are on Farcaster that are using Celo. And I think what was the other bigger layer 1 that launched? I forgot. Is it it's yeah, I'm blanking on the name, but they just launched like half a year ago, and they and yeah, also like rewarded people on Farcaster, and they did like also wanted people to build mini apps, and like so that is a hinging point, and I do think overall the presence in hackathons is not enough. Like a lot more can be done there, and it's actually like people don't realize how cool and interesting it is to like have the protocol data, the on-chain data, and have how like interlink that, like use Farcaster for that especially in hackathon projects where you don't like you have less of a cold start to get users to get feedback. I think communicating that is important, especially in hackathons. And whether that leads to great products, I don't know, but it leads to more experimentation. Yeah.
So, yeah, first of all, yeah, it's a natural thing. Yeah, that's good point. Because we all began kind of EVM stack. I mean, this chain is nothing related to EVM, but the founding people heavily influenced from Ethereum side. So yeah, that's kind of natural thing. But what I miss about is no, it's not about missing thing. Yeah, my hope. Like, let's think about Farcaster number FID. You know, we all have FID, and imagine if one FID has chain agnostic information. Let's say my FID is 8106. So if anyone can hook that that FID 8106, and then the app developer can see my EVM activities, BNB chain activities, Solana activities, my area of intentions, my DeFi protocol use, you know, those kind of full on-chain, chain agnostic information that linked by one FID. I think that can change everything. That's what I kind of wish for, to be Farcaster, especially Neynar team can I don't know, like Neynar supports a great API stack any app developer can utilize, but that's heavily just rely on base chain or at least just EVM side. A little bit of Solana. But I feel like in a social graph side, I think we have to promote more in an interface way to promote more other chains activities on the social graph side. Then, you know, they can attract other chain activities to be on this time feed and app usaging, so like this, yeah. All right. Any other people who want to hop on this topic, like chain dominization? So, oh yeah, one speaker request. Bring it up. Jai, hello. You can turn on your mic. Oh, he left again. Okay. Yeah, I guess Farcaster Space still in the beginning stage. So if you leave the page.
Testing, can you hear me?
Hello. Oh. Hello.
Oh wow, I'm not on stage, but you can hear me. Huh.
Oh yeah, I can hear you even though you're not on the speaker side. How? Hello.
We glitched in. What's
Yeah.
up? How are you?
Hello. We lost you again. Oh, we lost you completely. So come back and then.
He didn't feature up Farcast.
Huh?
It will be great. It might be hidden feature of Farcast.
Oh, okay, he came back. Right. Now, can you hear me?
And we made it in.
So yeah, we're talking
Now
about.
we can hear you.
Yeah, yeah. So we're talking about, like, you know, still over 80% of the chain activities on Farcaster are on the base chain. So base chain dominization, is it problem or just natural thing? Can we make it something better? You know, that's kind of topic at the moment.
Totally. I think it's actually
Yeah.
something we should push the Neynar team to do more of, is actually bring more chains on board, because I truly believe being multi-chain and omni-chain is super valuable in the ecosystem. I've been working with on-chain musicians, and musicians come in all different types of forms, and a bunch of different people came into this space from one ecosystem or another, and they're kind of locked in there, and they don't know any better. So there's different people, cool ecosystems on all these other chains that I think we're definitely missing out on. So
Right.
I love this topic, so I'm glad to be here and listening in.
All right. The thing actually I want to ask is, like, for example, like, let's say we want to bring people from BNB chain. How can you do that though? Like, where they are? Do you know where they are? Where can we meet them? Where?
I think unfortunately it's X or Telegram.
Yeah, mostly just Telegram group, whatever, you know. So I think that's the issue. Yeah, we all love to bring other people, other chain users. The thing is, like, it's actually quite limited to target them directly. So I don't know.
Well, I think like part of the appeal is to do social things with existing on-chain data, and so meaning people that are active on on BNB chain, I mean, at the end of the day, it will probably come down to like multiple, like, several one-on-one conversations. For example, like, finding people through group chats, but then like finding ways where it can be useful for whatever they're doing to use existing on-chain data on BNB chain to do social things with that. And I mean, that's at the end of the day, that's like from a value proposition standpoint, probably one of the angles I would try.
That's exactly what I think too. Like, what if we can make some kind of FID based social graph system, right? Like,
but isn't that what exists right now?
It's just like focusing on the even connected wallets are just like EVM wallets and only. I mean, some of the Solana wallets, but Solana wallets usually like, you know, kind of auto generated and at first time. So not many people actually they're connecting their actual Solana wallet to Farcaster at the moment because it was like an auto generated thing. So EVM wallets are kind of real wallet that people using the Farcaster basically. They voluntarily connected those wallets, and then that's just connected wallet. So we already have infra. What I mean is like, if we can make some kind of, let's say, Project 7 use Uniswap, and he had some kind of Aave, he supported USDC on Aave or some those kind of informations, or let's say he lost a ton of money from Pump the Fund yesterday. You know, sort of like, you know, these kind of social graph like information on chain. If we can connect all chain agnostic activities on one FID, and any app developer can access on that database, that's what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm not aware of doing it because I'm running Dropcast at the moment, the mini app, and I heavily use Neynar API, but they're all on the base chain. Maybe I can do by using it, but if I kind of get some kind of connected data by one FID informations, and then I can have all other chains data together, then maybe I can make multi-chain Dropcasts, you know. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. So, but can you currently, through the API, can you access, like, for example, the other connected wallets, like Solana?
Yeah, I can still see the Solana wallet, but do you use Solana? Did you connect your actual Solana wallet?
I heard what you said, that most people don't, and I also haven't connected it. But so
yeah, you can connect your Solana wallet FID too. Yeah.
The easiest is just to tag Farcaster or the Farcaster team and suggest whatever chain you want to have added, and see what they say. I mean, it's not going to be overnight.
Do it in the comments here, because there's a couple that I think we can bring people over from, like AVAX. There's a lot of cool builders on AVAX and all the hackathons and things that they do to educate folks. So I'd love to like build on AVAX on Farcaster. So I'm gonna pop down in the comments. Thank you, Project 7. I'm gonna pop down to the listener, but keep cooking, keep killing it, Lizzie.
Yeah, we're glad to have you two here. You're talking about AVAX. Yeah, AVAX used to have I don't know. There was a really great game in AVAX I used to use before. I forgot the name. But are there still many people using AVAX at the moment? I don't know, it's been a long time to hear any news from AVAX. Yeah, but my point is like, you know.
I mean, it's a good question. I don't know, I'm not sure, but even the FX ecosystem. But what I do know is that one of the other on-chain connected social media things is actually on AVAX, which is the arena. I don't know how active that is right now, but I mean, definitely also one of the ones. I mean, it's
Arena,
probably
that's
less
what I'm
active
talking
in
about.
Farcaster.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank you. I
Arena,
remember.
yeah.
I see. So yeah, I think this is interesting topic. Anyway, the chain, omni-chain or chain agnostic social space. I think it is not just for Neynar team's missions, because this is infra level. So if we can have more brilliant developers who can kind of create the infrastructure for that social aspect on top of multi-chain environment, that would be a great addition for Farcaster, for sure. All right, I want to move next.
So
topic.
this is one
Yeah.
of the things
Uh huh.
I'm
Hello.
saying. One of the things I'm actually working on personally is our our community's social graph
Yeah.
using illiquid soul-bound tokens to distribute contributions. And we do all of our stuff on OP. We have just a normal ERC20 OP token that denotes people's governments in how much they've contributed towards the overall ecosystem, and kind of building a pseudo social capital graph as well, but on another chain, just with another token. But I can use that to token gate or vote gate any mini app or anything that I want here. So that's kind of one of the ways that I'm bringing in other chains, even if, you know, quote unquote, the Farcaster wallet doesn't support someone buying or selling from that token, still being able to leverage some of these ecosystems and bring them.
Right. Actually, that reminds me, the kind of artist layer thing. Like, imagine if we have like emoji or emoticon or GIF. Yeah, there's an app actually called GIF. And then that's kind of embedded in the Farcaster layer. So any artist can generate those cool emojis or stuffs and then tokenize them. People can just purchase those tokens and then free, very easy to use in the cast, in the messaging. Yeah, that can be one of the examples, adding more social graph stack. But it's more like, it's not about chain agnostic stack. It's more like, what is it? Like area agnostic stack, like artists or I don't know, designers and stuff. Yeah, that's great topic to think about too. All right, so next topic I want to talk about is actually.
And
yeah.
wait, can I say one more thing on that?
Yep, yep.
Yeah, it's something that also came up at FarCon, which is like Zora account, Manifold account, Farcaster account. Oftentimes, like the artists are forced to create new wallets for new accounts. So this is definitely a need to have an easier way to show, hey, this is my online identity, this is my on-chain identity, and maybe there are different wallets involved as well by necessity, but ideally, of course, it's like very linked to one wallet. There is, of course, another argument that you can make that it's nice to diversify and that you don't want to be dependent. But if you're talking about reputation building, which is in the context of art and on-chain is a big topic, of course, having those more easily linked together in an immutable way that doesn't rely on a server that probably will go down eventually because if the service cannot sustain itself or something, like that is definitely a big need.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And especially for social, on-chain social reputation stack, like Talent Protocol was building on, and at some point they heavily embedded on Farcaster too. Like sad thing is like I think they stopped doing it. They still have a great social reputation stack, in my opinion, but I don't know. Not many people are updating their score anymore. So I guess Farcaster can replace that. that part, you know. Farcaster can be a leading social reputation identity things for many area of on-chain, right? I really want to talk about this topic before we finish this session. What about protocol token? It's hot topic. Like, so it was really viral when Quorum launched their token called Snap, right? Is it called Snap token? I believe that I have some Snap token too. It's supposed to be their protocol. No, is it governance token or protocol token? Actually, I don't know much about it. And Neynar team obviously never discussed about token, protocol token. Previous Farcaster team kind of drove very bold line that we had no plan to launch a token. But I believe that they at some point kind of discussed heavily about that. So, what's your opinion? Protocol token, yes or no, first of all? And are we failing because we don't have protocol token, or is it good that we don't have protocol token? Yeah, what's your opinion? Anyone can hop on, and this is supposed to be a fun topic to discuss. Everyone? Wait, it's only me? No one think that this is a fun topic to discuss? Let's say Farcaster token. Like, suddenly, Neynar team, or not, obviously they don't, yeah. This is just my, like, this fiction story. Yeah, let's say suddenly Neynar team make Snapchain fully public, like a really, like a public or open chain. I mean, it's not fully open chain though. Like to be a validator, you have to be accepted. You cannot just be a validator of a Snapchain, I guess. But anyway, yeah, let's say they make it fully public, and anyone can just run hub by hooking the data in and out. Also become a validator, and then you can be part of the ecosystem, and then have a protocol token called Farcaster. Yeah, this topic. Do you think this is gonna help, or thank God we don't have it? What's your opinion?
Personally, I don't think it would necessarily help long term, and I think it's currently it's nice that Farcaster doesn't have its own token. I think it's also interesting that Quorum and Hypersnap as an adapted version of the Farcaster protocol that's still like backwards and forward compatible with Farcaster protocol is trying that, and I'm excited to see like how it goes long term as well. Overall, I think I don't know. I mean, I want to believe that there's a good way to do it, and maybe there is. Yeah. But it's also cool that Farcaster in itself is a non-financialized product. I mean, of course, there's financial activity connected to Farcaster, but itself it's not directly a financialized protocol, which I like, and it's actually like a usable thing that people also like to use for the product and the social network itself.
Then let me tweak this question in different way. Let's say, yeah, what if, do you remember DGen era? So there were so many users joined Farcaster because of DGen token nearly 2 years ago. So yeah, Farcaster does not have its protocol token, but still can have big tokens heavily rooted on Farcaster. That can be another way of thinking, in my opinion. Like,
of course, yeah. and that makes a lot of sense, in my opinion. Like that's like also leaves a lot of room for creativity, and as well as higher and like, yeah, but bit of this topic.
But if we think in
yeah,
this way, to be honest, previous Farcaster team, they actually discouraged that, in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe they think differently. Like we never discouraged that, but in my opinion, they discouraged that because first of all, DGen was booming, and there are so many things probably Farcaster team could even like I don't know. Is it kind of risky to say pump it up together? But yeah, I mean, infra way they could help a lot of structure to kind of make it bigger, right? But to be honest, they didn't, and there are so many. Even Degen team did lots of what is it? Abusing killing activities. They really focused on that. So like obviously there are lots of abusers because it's their money, but when you think about that, it's kind of trade-off relationship between abusing attempts versus real user bases, right? They're kind of uh, like many developers, many builders want to discourage abusing attempt and want to have a real users or kind of quality users, so called. But when the platform grows or ecosystem grows, obviously, I mean, if when it makes some money, obviously there are a lot of abusing attempts. They follow it. So balancing between two is very important, I guess. So yeah, having big tokens on Farcaster, I believe that we must focus on promoting growth rather than quality control. That's my opinion, to be honest. So far, I think Farcaster previous team, not sure about Neynar team, and Degen team too. Like many teams out there feels like they too much focused on the quality control part, I guess. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah, sometimes I agree.
Yeah.
Sometimes that was the notion maybe, but especially now with Flanker being part of Neynar, Farcaster, I feel like it's almost encouraged to launch token. But we've not heard from Ocean or
Sorry, I think we lost you. I couldn't understand. But
oh, sorry.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying, Clintmod or Ocean would be great to hear from you if you want to speak.
Right. Anyone want to say?
Yeah. Okay.
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you, fam.
Yep.
GM.
GM.
I don't really have a big take on the spotlight, but I feel like, Farcaster has a bigger potential to replace X as the biggest, crypto and Web3 community base. And I feel like it's just too, how should I say, like closed off for base community. I feel like if they support a wider range of, like just a broad social media platform generally, I think that could drive more growth and development. And if you're looking at the way Twitter or X is now, it's more like a news platform, and the way Elon's pushing things, politics, and it's just too diverse, So city is dying. I think Farcaster can be like, the next, the best platform for Web3 and cryptocurrency communities to get together. And I've seen that Farcaster has the potential to do that. Yeah, I think.
Oh, I think Ocean. Can I call you Ocean? Right? You're Ocean.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, Ocean. Yeah, actually pointed out a very important part. Like social discovery. I think I can summarize your opinion, right? Like,
Yes.
yeah, X has quite broader even language. Like I'm I'm Korean, so obviously in my time feed there are loads of Korean language posts. Not in the Farcaster.
Okay.
Yeah, heavily English only focused here. Uh, let's talk about Web3 topic. Here mostly talk about tokens. While there are plenty of different topics on X, like DeFi, RWA, stablecoin, X42, Asian commerce, like there are a variety of topics I'm posting information shared on X. I think
Exactly.
yeah, is it? Yeah,
Yeah.
right. I think this is very important topic, yeah. And then we may need to focus how to diversify all the cast content, especially tagging, kind of social tagging of each content. I think this is kind of also infra level of discussions. How do we tag each post in a on-chain way so that those each cast can have kind of actually we have great tag which is channel. We used to utilize channel a lot, and channel is kind of that topic signaling, right? And then we're not using that much anymore. Huh? Yeah, this is quite an interesting topic to discuss. How can we we stop using channels much?
I still use channels.
Yeah, I've been on there once a while, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's the interface, or should I say the UI? Yeah, the
Yeah.
UI interface looks kind of, how should I put it? It looks too formal. Yeah, I think I'm like the kind of guy that comes on social media, just vibe with my friends, and got a lot of couple followings, post updates, see a lot of posts, interact with people, and then I call it a day. So I don't really need the tenor vibe is not, I don't think it appeals to me.
It's also a catch-22 where you need people using the channels to get other people to use the channels. So if no one's using the channels, then no other people are going to jump in and use the channels,
Yeah.
and it ends up just in that cycle of no one's using it, so then less people will use it, and then they essentially die.
Right. It's in
Yeah, the downtrend.
the downturn
Yeah.
cycle. Yes. But at some point I feel that Farcaster app side they discourage channels too. They were even this discussing about closing the channel operation at some point. I remember.
I thought they encouraged it by making it free to make channels or something like that.
Oh, is it?
Not long
Is it opposite?
before.
Oh, okay.
Are they free to make channels now? I think because it used to cost bits.
Oh, is it free now? I had to pay. What is it? Quite expensive. Like.
I think you need to pay 25 USD.
Yeah, I made like a 10 different channels so far. I paid a lot of money for that.
Okay, I'll have another look. 'Cause I thought I saw something somewhere a little while ago saying that they were free to make now. They changed it when they got rid of bits.
What they changed was they got rid of warps, which was the off-chain Farcaster currency thing that you needed to buy to set up channels, and now you just pay with USDC. And that was a change a few months ago. I don't know, maybe they made it free now.
Yes, I think you're right. So it was warp, and then they get rid of warp, and then so maybe that's the empty hole. Maybe they migrate to USDC, but I don't know. Yeah, I need to dig out more about this. But I really feel that what Ocean mentioned about the social discovery, we can solve that by utilizing more channels in a smarter way. Yeah. All right. Wow, we've been talking 1 hour and a half so far. Okay, one last topic before we go. I want to actually discuss. What about frames and snaps? So right now it calls snaps, but it used to be frames a long time ago. I still remember that when there are frames in the Farcaster feed, I think that was quite new to me because I never thought that social posts can become some kind of application layer. And then Neynar team introduce Snap. Do you guys have any opinion about it? Any feedback? How can we make snaps great again, like frame era? Okay, I'll start first because I prepared this topic. I feel like the current snaps are too framed. I tried to make snaps actually, and to be honest, there are not many things to do with it. Before, when it used to be frames a long time ago, I remember that it was literally mini app level. I could literally embed my application on the social post, but Snaps is not like that. I think that's the one key differences. So to be honest, there are not many things we can make for by using Snap infra. Any opinion for that?
I guess
Yeah.
my first question would be, why use a Snap over a mini app? At the moment, what benefit is there to use a Snap?
I still believe that Snap has much more benefit. Not much more. Sorry. Have different benefits compared to mini apps.
Like a Snap. From what I've seen, a Snap is good if you want to do a quick poll of,
Right.
Who's going to win the World Cup this month, or who's going to win the game on Saturday or something like that.
Right. And there's more
but in
for
terms of an
context difference. Mini apps, you have to go to the mini app, and then your user experience is inside of the mini app. While Snaps, that's on your time feed, it's in your news feed. You're interacting by scrolling down your news feed and then experience Snaps. So the context is completely different side, I think, compared to mini app.
It's a different context, but what actual use is it? Sorry.
So let you have some examples before. So when there are frames before, somebody made a Pokemon game on a feed, because there are a lot of flexibility to make something at the time. Right now with Snaps, I think what we can only make is just like polls or some slides. What else? I don't know. I can't think many use cases for using Snaps at the moment.
Because last time when frames launched,
Uh-huh.
it was in the middle of Degen hype, like the Degen token, the hype token. So
Yes.
basically, more like the frames it giving more use cases in Degen tokens and ham tokens.
Uh-huh.
So more like it's a perfect combination
Uh-huh.
on that time. But right now, especially like the builders of ham token, which is deployer, is very focused on X right now, like the banker and stuff. Basically right now, the snap or like now the Farcaster team needs to push something else just to more like horde builders and stuff.
I guess yeah, that's that's actually probably the most important reasons. Like we don't have killer Snap, I guess. When there's a frames, there's a Degen, and lots of people rolling Degens, kind of Degen roulette and stuff. So there were killer contents for that. Right now, there are not many killer things to do by using Snaps. Yeah,
It's kind of boring.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, when we start to think that, today, crypto bear market, people are leaving, so there are not many things to do. If we start thinking that way, to be honest, it's very pessimistic. So I still believe that we should still keep building something, especially in the infra layer, so that when there is a big flow, Farcaster can be great place again to have next Degen or another, higher, another whatever DRB. Yeah, all those are great era. MFRs, yeah, I still love MFR, although my MFR tokens are quite small, but yeah, still it was really fun at the time. So that's what literally I want to focus on. How can we bring these ends come back to this space? I think that's the first thing we have to do, rather than focusing on like kind of newbie people on the Web3. So all right, yeah, we talked like over 1 hour 40 minutes so far. So yeah, it's quite a long time. So I think we have to wrap up. This was our first trial to host Brickside TED on Farcaster Space. I am not sure how you will enjoy this session, but I hope that you enjoyed a lot. And maybe this is supposed to be a great chance for you to think about how we can make more fun thing on Farcaster, I guess. Yeah, and thank you so much for all the speakers shared your opinions. It was really great insight. And then yeah, let's make one more session next time if we have chance for maybe different topic next time. Maybe make Farcaster builders great again. I don't know. Maybe better fun topic. All right. Thank you very much.
Just one small thing
yeah.
I wanted to add on the snaps is I think snaps are just easier to build than mini apps. I think that's where that's the reason for snaps. And now it's possible. I think even when you create a cast to just create a frame, and so it's an interactive cast, and so yeah, I think that's the why for snaps. But yeah, thank you for hosting, and yeah, very cool.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's see you again. Bye bye.